Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel TVG. It's nice to meet you all. Happy New Year. Today we're going to be talking about two major business ideas that you can venture in this year 2024. And these are business that people look down on. People just look at the business like I don't think I can do something like this. But this is something that is bringing the deal to the table. So I just want you to watch this video with an open mind and just try to see if this business is for you. So the first business idea we're talking about is akara business. Yes, I know some of you might be wondering, akara. Yes, akara business is one of the businesses that is guaranteed to earn you a daily income if you're serious about it. Now, what is akara? You might be wondering, what is akara? Akara business is what we call beans cake. It's a local snack and it is being made with beans. One unique thing about this business is that you don't even have to have much experience for you to start this business. With little or no experience, you can start this business. You can start this business any day, anytime. So gone are the times when we go to somewhere to go and learn a skill, and after they will not do freedom for us. No, you don't need to do freedom for this one. Don't mind me, I'm just joking. So what I'm trying to say is that akara is a very lucrative business that you can do if you're willing to take this business serious. Now, one of the things you'll be needing, you don't even need much capital. You can start this business with a little capital for as low as 10,000 naira to 30,000 naira. Now, your capital is going to be used for your equipment and the food ingredients you'll be using, right? And the reason why I gave a threshold of 10,000 naira to 30,000 naira is because there are some of the things that you might have at home. Some of them you might have them at home, like your outdoor burner, your bowl, your sieve, your spoon, your tray. So you may not really have to buy much things like that. So, but if you don't really have those things, you can still try within that range of 10,000 to 30,000 naira to get them and buy them for your business, I mean to say. So if you plan to start this business yourself, like you want to be the one preparing the akara for your customers, I would advise that you go online, check YouTube videos. We have so many tutorial videos on how to make akara. You can check the recipes, you can try the recipes out and try to see which recipe works best with you. Then you can, keep practicing until you're perfect. But if you're not the cooking type, you don't like cooking, you don't like being in the kitchen for a very long period of time, you can employ someone who knows how to make akara. Just someone that you can pay at the end of the month, give them a good salary. The ask is to come around, wash the beans, prep the meals, make the akara ready, sell to the customers. And when it's at the end of the month, all you just have to do is just to pay them and you're good to go. So it's both ways, but you can do whatever is comfortable for you. After you've sorted out who is going to be preparing the akara for your business, there are also other things you need to consider, such as the location. Where are you going to station your business? Like, where are you going to put what area, what location do you want to put your business at? So I would advise you that you don't want to put your business in a place where, before you see one person pass, it will take like about 2 hours or 1 hour or thereabouts. So you want to put your business in a place where there is a flow. People are moving in and out. You want to put your business around marketplaces, neighborhoods where people are, residential areas, offices, just a place that people are going in and coming out. They can see your business and they can know that, oh, there's actually an akara spot here. There's a place where I can get akara, to eat. Now, another thing you need to consider is your equipment. What equipment are you going to be using? Do you plan to use a gas cooker, or you want to use firewood? Then also, you also want to get an umbrella and a bench if you're just starting. But if you have the money for a kiosk, no problem. But I prefer you start with something, that is efficient, something that doesn't really cost much. And as business grows, you can now choose to now get a structure or get a shop or get something, comfortable. But if you're just starting, I feel umbrella, a bench, and a good space at a very nice location is perfect for you. Another thing you need to consider is the time frame, because akara business thrives very early in the morning and in the evening time around that 4, 5, 6. Now, if you have someone working for you, you can have them resume at your location around 6:30, 7 in the morning to start preparing the akara, frying it down. So when customers are going to work in the morning, they can actually stop by and buy akara from your store. Because not everybody have time to prepare food, breakfast in the morning to take to work. So that's why I said akara tries very early in the morning. And in the evening time, like I said, 4, 6, 7, when most people are coming back from work, they might actually just want to get something to eat, like a snack, just to hold them till they get home to now start preparing what they're going to eat for dinner. So I said, if you really have to consider the time frame. Now, if it will be convenient for you, you can try going to your location by 6, 7 in the morning to start. That's if you're the one that is running the business. But I would actually advise that you employ someone who can go there on time, open the business, start working while you have time to take care of your kids, take them to school, sort out the home. Then you cannot join your staff at the store or at the center where they are. Another thing here is that you can actually pair your akara business with other side snacks like yam, pap, bread. But I would actually advise that you go with bread for now because you're just starting your business and you don't want anything that will give you stress. You don't want to get an extra burner, extra stove to be doing pap or to be frying yam. So if you're able to get a supplier who can be supplying you all those small breads they sell for 150, 200 naira, then you're good to go. Akara business is profitable with consistency. Now just imagine you're selling akara at a rate of 15 naira per one, and you have like about 50 customers come to your store, they patronize you, they buy, let me say, probably 100 naira akara each, and probably maybe 30 people come to your store and they buy 200 naira akara each, which some people actually come and just say, madam, I want to buy akara 1,000 naira, 500 naira, but I'm just using that estimate. That means you'll be making 11,000 naira a day. Now, you might be thinking 11,000 naira per day is small, but let me tell you something. Akara business is about volume. The more you sell, the more you earn. Let me say, for example, a day you're able to have 100 customers who come to your store and they buy 200 akara each. That means in a day you'll be making 20,000 naira. Now, looking at you working Monday to Saturday, 20,000 times 6, that's 120,000 naira. And if you look at the amount you're generating in a month, that's roughly 480,000 naira or thereabouts, if I'm correct. So you can see that the money you're generating, by the time you move your cost, your expenses, you find that you still have a profit of nothing less than 150,000 naira. So as you can see, akara is a very lucrative business. There are so many people on white collar jobs that are not even earning up to 100k, but yeah, you're earning 150. That's if you choose to take this business very, very serious. Now, I know a lot of people find akara business very unattractive. They say it as a business for the local people, people in the slums, people that, they're like the lower class. But let me tell you, there's actually good money to make from akara business. So many of my friends are into akara businesses and it's always testimony upon testimonies. So I am just bringing this information out to you all to let you know that if you're willing to look past the idea of what will people say, because I always think that there is dignity in labor. As far as you're not sleeping around, you're not doing any illegal business, you're working with your hard-earned money, with your sweat, why should you be ashamed? So there's also another business you can venture into to make good money from in this year 2024. The next business idea I'll be talking about is daycare business. Yes, you can also call it crèche business. Now you might be wondering, what is a daycare business? A daycare business is a place, or let me say a daycare center is a place where care is being given to children. Now, we live in a country whereby we have so many career women. They go to work in the morning, they come back in the evening, and they need someone to take care of their children, to give their children the proper care that their children deserves. Do you understand? Since their job will not really permit them to, take their kids to work, and most of them are not really comfortable leaving their children with relatives, with neighbors, so they will rather take their child to a good crèche or a daycare center where proper care can be given to their children. You can run your daycare business or crèche at your home if you have enough space. You don't really need to start looking for a place to rent for you to start a crèche business or a daycare center. If you live in a place whereby you have enough parlor space, you have a big space that you can work with, fine. Why can't you go ahead? One thing you really need to ask yourself before you venture into this business is, do you have the passion? Like seriously, because do you really have the passion for accommodating kids, spending taking care of them, spending time around them? Do you enjoy the company of children? Are you the type that you easily get angry? Like you, in fact, even the one you have at home, you can't handle them. How much more someone else's children? Because if you're actually going to go into a daycare business, you have to be someone that loves children, someone that is very accommodating, that is caring, that is kind, because you're more like a secondary mom to them. Now, if you love having kids around you, then this business is the right business for you. So before you start your daycare business, like I said, you can use your house space. If you have enough space in your house, you don't really need to rent a space outside, as long as you're in a good environment where you're staying is a secured environment, there's security and there are people living around the area, then you don't have any problem. To start a daycare business, you'll be needing a sum of 50,000 naira to 200 or 250,000 naira. Now, don't be scared. The reason why I said so is because if you start from the comfort of your home, like your house is big enough, it's spacious enough to accommodate children, probably 10 to 15 children or 20 children, then you can start from your home. Then you won't be needing to rent a space outside. So with 50K or at most 70K, you should be able to put your house together for your crèche business to start. But if you don't really have a big space at home, you might need to rent a space outside, and it might cost you 100, 150,000 or 200,000 naira per year for you to do that, for you to rent a space outside. So that's the reason why I said 50,000 naira to 250,000 naira. So now, if you're working from your home, you don't really need to get much things because you already have chairs in your parlor. And if you don't, you can choose to get buy just some chairs and table for the kids to sit on while they watch TV. If you don't have a TV set in your home, you can get a TV set where you can play cartoon, nursery rhymes, educational videos for them to watch. You can also get them drawing, a drawing book for them to scribble, to color, just something fun. And wherever there's a crèche, you must always find toys. So toys is a must. You also need money to get them toys that you can play with. You will also need to get them a mat, this soft pad mat that children can crawl on, they can sleep on. You also need to get some beds, maybe just 2 or 3, in case if any of these kids fall asleep and they need somewhere to sleep on, you can put them on the children bed. You will also need to get them toiletries such as toilet rolls, napkins, detergents, bathing soap, diapers, air freshener, because it's a must. The place must actually smell nice. So you need air freshener around. But I would actually advise you that whenever you want to enroll kids into your crèche, you can actually request the parents to provide these things like diaper, toilet rolls, detergent to wash their clothes, and bathing soap to bathe them, because kids are different. There's some kids that they will tell you don't use Dettol for them, don't use antiseptic soap for them. They have sensitive skin. Why there are children that they need to just use a mild soap to bathe. So it's always best when you ask their parents to provide these things, just to be on the safe side. Another thing you need to get for your daycare center is a first aid box. You know how children can be running around, playing. They might fall down and injure themselves sometimes, and you just need to have something that you can use to treat their wound. And sometimes some kids might be running temperature. You might have to administer paracetamol for them, pending the time their parents come back from work to pick them up and take them to the hospital for treatment. So a first aid box is very, very important for your daycare center. The next thing you need to do right now is for you to register your business name under CAC, that's Corporate Affairs Commission. The Ministry of Women Affairs are the one that grants people permits for daycare business, crèche business in Nigeria. So you have to look for their office around the state where you stay. For example, if you're staying in Lagos, that means you have to go to Alausa Ikeja, go to their office there, tell them you want to start a daycare business. So you're going to ask you some questions. Then after asking you questions, you provide them some information. Then they're going to send one of their officials, their officers, to your space to check out your space to see if the space is in a good condition, if it's in a good environment. Before they will now tell you what you need to do. They will now tell you the fees you need to pay before they can grant you a permit to have your own daycare business. Now, the reason why I will advise every one of us to make sure that we get a permit if we know we want to venture into a daycare business is because it puts you on a safe side. There are so many people out there that are into crèche business, but they are doing it low-key. The authorities does not know anything about it, but it's very, very risky because if anything should happen security-wise, you can be sued for it, you can go to jail for it. But if you go to the proper channel, which is registering your business name, getting a permit, going through the right channels, then you won't really have issues like that in the future. So I advise you to try and get a permit from the Women of Ministry Affairs. Actually, when you start your daycare business, after a year, they will not issue you a certificate, yes, that you've been licensed to have a daycare center and all that. But when you first start, they may just give you a permit for you to start while they observe you for a year. And after a year, they'll not give you certificates to prove that yes, this person has experience and this person has passed our test. The person has showed his or herself worthy to run this business. I know you're wondering right now that kilo day, all this just to start a crèche business. But trust me, the business is very, very lucrative. Just imagine having 20 children at your daycare center and they are paying you a sum of 10,000 naira per month. And this doesn't include the form they'll be paying for and the toiletries they'll be bringing. That one is different. Now they are paying 10,000 naira per month. Just imagine how much you're making, 20 children, that's 20,000 naira in a month. And let me say you employ 2 people to assist you, because I always advise people to pay your staff the minimum wage, which is 30,000 naira. So let's say your staff is taking 60,000 naira because you have 2 people assisting you. You still have a sum of 140,000 naira. So you can see that the profit you're making from this business is very, very good. One thing you need to note about daycare business or crèche business is that the location matters a lot, because you can't compare locations like Surulere, Korodu, Alagbado to the island, which is VI, Ikoyi, Lekki, because those places, the prices you'll be charging will not be the same price that the mainland is charging. And again, it also depends on the value you're giving. For example, let me say your place is so comfortable whereby you have air conditioning instead of a ceiling fan or a standing fan. You have a big space. Every child is entitled to their bed space, and you have a chef in your house who prepare healthy meals for them, veg, give them drinks, foodies and all that. You can really charge a parent per month from 25,000 naira to 50,000 naira, and they will be willing to pay, because why? They are seeing what you're doing. Like, the value you're giving to them is different. But since you're just starting, it's a business you're just starting, you're just venturing into, I feel you can start small with what you have, and you can charge your parents or your customers 10,000 naira each or 15,000 naira each, depending on what you're offering them, and you'll still be able to make a reasonable income from this business. Daycare business or crèche business is a lucrative business that I would advise anyone to go into if you know you're someone that loves children, loves to have children around you, and you just have the passion of taking care of children. You see them as your own and you enjoy spending time with them. So I feel this is a business that you can do. You don't really have to go out of your home. You can be in your house doing what you love and earning extra income. I also know of a couple that run a crèche business and they make millions. Like, I'm not exaggerating this. Like, with the value they offer, people prefer them. And one thing about crèche business is that once you have good customer service, you're always nice. Whenever parents make complaints, you're not always defensive. You're always listening to their queries, their complaints, trying to assure them, trying to work on how you can be better in the service that you provide them. You know, it will give parents security that they can trust you with their children. And also, it also makes them to also want to tell other people about your services and how good your services are. So one thing about business is that you also need to have a very good rapport with your kids' parents and all that. It also goes a long way. So that is it about this video. I have provided you all helpful tips on how you can start these 2 major businesses, and I promise you, if you're willing to give it your best, and also with God factor, because you need to commit your business into the hands of God, make him the major shareholder in your business is very, very important. And before you know, divine favor will just locate you and your business will keep flourishing every day. So if you love this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye.